Guys, a little YDBT Daily. Actually, today's talking shit. It's Tuesday, but the reason I'm doing it early is because it's my birthday. That's right. And I'm going to get some toto maybe later on and hang out with the little lady. So I was going to free up the rest of my afternoon. So I wanted to do the show on the earlier side. I didn't want to wait too long. And I appreciate everyone that reached out to me on Facebook, Fuckface, Dickhole, Grinder, the gay porn accounts, everywhere that you can come across me. I appreciate you guys. Saying happy birthday. It mattered. Believe it or not, I'm not one of those guys that takes it for granted. The funny thing is, I remember when I was in grade school, way a long time ago, back when you didn't have AC in the classroom. How many of y'all didn't have AC in the classroom? Put a one up in the chat. How many of y'all didn't have AC in the classroom? Put a one up in the chat. Or computers. So I remember one time I had a calculator and I was like 2022 minus 1978. And I was like, oh, JD Swag, you don't count. You're in fucking India. Y'all don't have air conditioning. Like, y'all barely have electricity. Y'all put dead people in a riverbank and then it floods and it's mud. Dude, it's psycho. Love you guys. Anyway, I remember putting 2022 on a calculator and then subtracting 1978, and I'm like, I'm going to be 44 in 2022. That'll be interesting. And then never would I have thought that 44 looks so fucking good. Look at these chiclets. Look at what clean living does to you. Yeah, the beard's a little on the salt and pepper side, but that's because of y'all motherfuckers with the flex tunes talking all that shit. So I'm not going to give you the long stroke today. I'll get right to it just in case you guys want to talk some shit. And we'll get right to it. We're going to talk private car ownership being rumored to go away, especially in the UK and some bigger cities in the United States. And you know where it's going to happen first, guys. Hey, guys, if you had to guess which state would attempt to get rid of car ownership, private car ownership, which state would it be? Put it on the chat. Which state do you think is going to be the first state to attempt? And because the people, look, I love you guys. You guys are fucking dumb as shit because you keep voting in the same dumb shit. So you get what you deserve. So if they instituted some kind of legislation outlawing private ownership of vehicles in metropolitan areas, because they can't do it in rural areas, because what if you got to get to work? Do you imagine the amount of Ubers on the road? Do you ride sharing? You really look if they institute that, let's say in 5 years, we'll be in the 800th variant of, we'll be in the Zelda variant of you know what? Because if I say it, apparently it like throttles your shit back. So we'll be in the 48th variant of the ship. They're gonna make you ride share with motherfuckers. You think I want to get in a fucking stuffed bus, train? I don't want to do that now. I remember when I went to a Spartan race. Wow, what a shit. What a stupid. One of the dumbest things I've ever done is go to a Spartan race. Like basically try to prove to white people trying to prove to themselves that they can jump over a fence, basically. And I had to be there we did this as kids all the time. Most of us with TVs on our backs. Back when you guys probably don't think that's a big deal because you guys are young. But back in the day, televisions were heavy as fuck. It was a feat to steal like a Zenith projection television. Anyway, let's say hi to the people here. Cali, fuck Nia, says Gil Core. I like it. All right, let's say hi to the people here. Then we'll get to talking about the article. And then we'll get your thoughts, impressions, and shit talking. And we'll see if we'll boot people today. Fresh Pasteles, Dustin Engler, Clip Clop the Horse, Gregorio Ruiz, Anthony McGinnis, Eliza says happy birthday, bitch. Coyote Fury, happy birthday. I'm hung so low. Carbon. Every time I see your name, Carbon 12, I think it's Cabron 12. Angel Puerto Rico, Mike Schmidt, OG Second Shift, Diego Flores, Jesus Perez, Deceptives Garage, Cody Hobbs, Matt A, Mustang Lifestyle says happy birthday, Dad. Then he says, no, happy birthday, Alex. You gotta love Mustang Life. You gotta love Mustang lifestyles. He has some of the funniest lines there. Exactly commented, finally get to catch a live. Happy birthday, by the way. Thank you. Exactly. Jay Bezos says happy birthday, man. Cracker, JD Swag, Matthew Nichols, Bondo Bird in the house. What's up, Bondo Bird? I love you, man. Tommy Hathaway, SK Performance Jeff in Oklahoma, ain't doing shit over there. Jared Wells says, happy birthday, Dad. Deceptive's Garage gave me 5 whole doll hairs. Charlie Banks says, yo, what it is? What is up, Alex? What is up, Alex? I like Facebook because I can see their actual name. So if they talk shit, I can legit stalk them. Good morning. Happy birthday, says Andres Martinez, Matt Tune GT, and Zane. And Zane Mustangs in the house. How's the family? Okay, so guys, if you don't understand the whole how's the family comment, that's one of the funniest things that my fans do now. I remember I was complaining, as I always do, that one time that people were just hitting me up just to like ask me questions about cars, and then they were mad when I didn't get back to them or anything. And I said, y'all don't even ask like how my family's doing or nothing. So every single person that knows goes, hey, Alex, how's the family? By the way, can I run a flex unit on a boosted setup? I'm like, no, you cannot. VCMD says, here in Cali, I guess you get looked at when your 89 Ford 50 Smogs clean with 0.00. That was about a year and a half ago, says Ray. Yeah. Oh, wow. HBD, no homo, looking good, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Mike's Garage in second shift to get into touching tips. Okay, so in the UK, there's starting to be rumblings, and usually everything that is bad happens over there. Like everything that is bad tends to happen over there on the early side. Damn, someone gave me $50. I gotta shout him out. Where you at, man? Wait, I gotta put you up on the shit because that's a big donation. When the donation's that big, bro, I'm gonna make sure that you get highlighted because I appreciate you, sir. So everything that happens terribly in the world, it starts over there. What is it called? Healthcare, right? They have the whole country has has public healthcare. So meaning if everyone pays into the system, basically it's Medicare, or basically it's like a welfare system where everyone takes care of everyone. But the problem with that is when they regulate, when they regulate pay, when they regulate services. Oh, little man's in the house. When they regulate pay and services, the service is not as good. Have you seen their fucking teeth over there? It's still a problem. How can you be one of the oldest empires still around to this day and your fucking population still has crooked teeth? Or is that the inbreeding? Is that still the inbreeding that's causing the bad teeth over there? It could be. It's possible. So they proposed potentially getting rid of private car ownership. Now, if you live in a big city, like if you live in a big city and you work in a big city, like you have a very professional job or whatever, you don't need a car. Like if you're in New York City in Manhattan, let's say you work in Manhattan, you live in Manhattan, you're paying fucking $8,000 rent on a 1-1, some efficiency, but you're living the New York lifestyle. And New Yorkers have no problem walking 40 minutes. It's only a 40-minute walk. What the fuck? It's only a 25-minute walk. A 25-minute what? Yeah, New Yorkers don't give a shit, especially in Manhattan. So Brooklyn, no, you walk a little bit, you get your ass shot or whatever, or you get a bagel thrown in your face, one of those two. So in West Palm, let's say you live in West Palm, you paid $3,000 rent, and your job is 2 blocks away, and you can Uber within the confines of downtown West Palm, off of Okeechobee. Because I don't live in West Palm, I live like in the outskirts. Very dark section. So, and then you have the Bright Line that takes you to Boca, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami. So you generally don't need a car unless you're gonna take a road trip somewhere, or whatever, or you want to go visit some side dick in the ghetto, because that's where the good dick is, in the ghetto. Because I'm in the ghetto. So, yeah, you ever notice like professional women, like really, what's up, buddy? Really professional women get dicked down by the most nastiest dudes on the planet, and they just don't know why, but they just keep going back to that nasty dick. Anyway, so they're trying to cut down on congestion. They're trying to cut down on, and it's always the same bullshit. They're trying to cut they're trying to cut down on emissions. Oh, it's the cars that are doing it. Wait a minute, weren't you pushing EVs? Look, I love EVs in terms of maintenance costs. The cost of owning an EV is pretty low compared to other cars, especially if you have a hot rod. So if they're pushing EVs down your throat, now they're going to potentially push getting rid of private car ownership. Let's say, for instance, you're a mom and they outlaw cars in your city. Let's say LA. right? Or LA County, right? Let's say you live there like a dumbass motherfucker. You still haven't gotten your head out of your ass and moved the fuck out of there. You have to go to work, get out of work, pick up your kids, get groceries, come back. You think you're going to do that with an Uber? You think you're going to do that with a bus that has like fucking, it's late 15 minutes, full of stuffy ass motherfuckers, and you're just going to be super annoyed? Your day goes from, imagine you get out of work at 4, and then by the time you get home, pick up the kids, come home, and dinner's done 6:30, you could extend that to 8:30 because now you're relying on slow ass public transportation. What does the public sector, what does the government do better than the private sector? Name one thing besides, actually, if anything, it would be like basically like a big pot to fund projects for the greater good. That's probably the only thing you can think that the public sector does better than the private sector. But when it comes to just everything else, public sector really sucks. And there's always gross mismanagement of funds. And then what happens if services go down? And then, okay, and then this is how they're doing it, guys. They're telling you, hey, if you get rid of your car, then we'll give you a £3,000 or $4,500 basically voucher, because we're paying you. Yes, the taxpayer is paying people to not drive cars. How in the fucking shit does that make sense? How the fuck does that make sense? Like, it doesn't make any sense in any sense of the word. Now, people that are exotic car owners in England, they have power, they have money, they're going to be up in arms because somehow they stay in Great Britain or England or wherever the fuck they live. And if they start living in one of these big, beautiful metropolitan areas that starts to institute these stupid laws, they thought they were doing it right by going, oh, maybe let me get an electric car. It's all good. They can leave me alone. And then they go, no, fuck you. We're going to eventually say fuck all cars because of control. Look, not only that would never happen in the US, excluding California, because in my opinion, all of California is not part of the United States. I'm sorry. All of California. I don't care if there's good parts of California, Republican parts of California. I don't care. You're still there. You're still there. So your governor's a fuck. Most of the shit that happens there is super retarded. So shit's fuck. You're included. You haven't done anything to get the motherfuckers out of there. You're part of the problem, period. But it would never happen like in Texas. Guys, I have 5 cars. I'm probably part of the problem. They probably go, why the fuck do you have 5 cars? Think about it, government. That's 5 registrations I have to pay. 5, the amount of tax I pay on each vehicle. Not sales tax. There's not an excise tax here, but there are some kind of taxes that have to do with the vehicle. And every vehicle costs me a lot of money to operate. So it's not like I'm just this freeloader, and just because I have more cars, I get more from the government. No, if anything, I pay more registration fees. I pay more in tag title and all that stuff. Gas, so I'm paying more. Excuse me, I'm paying more in sales tax. I'm sorry, I'm paying more in gas tax. I'm paying more than most. So if anything, me owning more cars actually helps get the government some funds. So what do you think will happen if someone starts floating the idea? And guys, you know where it's going to happen first potentially? It's a city in Texas. Forget California. There's one city in Texas that I think it will happen first in, or there'll be rumblings about it. And Texans are like, no, it'll never happen here. We got guns and trucks. It's never going to fucking happen here. Type on the chat, which city in Texas, you know which one it is the one that might actually start rumbling about that bullshit. Look at you guys. You guys are fucking great. I love you guys. Matt, APOC, Paul, John, Troy, Kevin, Steve, all y'all were like, Austin. Austin is an absolute fucking shithole. Yeah, it's cool. It's got cool restaurants. Every dickhead that left California because they didn't like how things were going in California because of the lockdowns ended up in Austin. Guess how Austin is looking nowadays, guys? Huh? Looking kind of bummy downtown, isn't it? Looking kind of bummy, looking kind of LA Skid Row-ish in parts of Austin, isn't it? Stupid. What's wrong with people, man? So yeah, look, I think it's going to happen eventually in California, and the next city it'll happen in. Look, I lived in Massachusetts for a long time. Jason Bayassi says such a disappointing state capital. I lived in Massachusetts, and in Massachusetts there's There's a state excise tax for each vehicle. Then the turnpike would raise prices every fucking year for no fucking reason. 1 year they would change the emission laws to 15 and older, then to OBD2 and up, then again back to 15 years and older. And I'm like, what in the fuck is happening with this state? And also, you got pulled over for whatever reason. I live near Holyoke, South Hadley, Chicopee border. And every single time I got pulled over just because my car had a little rumble to it. Hey, these tires are illegal. They say DOT on them. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, or I'm going to fuck you out right now, motherfucker. Oh, Canelo's not here. Where'd you go, Canelo?
Hey, get the fuck out of here, because I'm going to fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
I love how he says, fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, because I'm going to fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
His English is on point. Ferris Fahad says, happy birthday and thank you for everything. Thanks to Junior and Lund Racing team. My car drives perfect. Lund for the win. We've had a good amount. I love the loyalty. You guys are still rocking. You guys are still ordering tunes from us. I appreciate that very much. We showed up to work on Monday and we had a good amount of orders we had to fill. Very nice of you guys to keep chugging along and supporting Lund Racing, even though you know how everything is nowadays. It's touch and go. But we are, if everything works out the way we think it'll work out, there'll be some exciting things coming up in the next couple of months to announce. But right now, everything's just, steady as we go. And I appreciate everyone being Lund Racing supporters. So we'll think we'll talk to the people here and we'll see what they say about if they think it'll happen here. People tell me a lot about NA build is smoother and more reliable than a boosted setup, but I know it's not true, right? Well, yeah, NA is not smoother. These guys are using over the radiator intakes and P51 intakes that basically suck in dirt because it sucks air from the fog light hole. That's fucking smart, right? Why don't you stick a filter out the fucking fender? Why don't you just stick a filter out the fender? That's next. Keep the hood on for aerodynamics. Filter on the outside of the car for performance. Dumbasses. That'll happen. I miss the Mike Tyson sound clip. Where is Michael Tyson? Michael,
you can't touch me. You're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face. Fuck you, ask for that. Everybody.
It's crazy how he just went full gay and no one noticed it. Have you thought of taking your birthdays off? I've been doing it for a while now, and whatever the hell I want to do. What am I going to do? What am I going to do now? Mike's Garage. If I have a day off, I'm going to make videos. I'm basically going to be working. So I'd rather just work. I'm good. Amp wire for PB8 standalone is what probably causing my slow start after the car is hot. Yes, an amp wire, like an amplifier, like monster cables. Is that what we got going on? If that fake Mexican Beto wins in Texas, he'll do whatever California does. Feliz cumpleaños, pinche rey de culitos. Filter on the inside is probably better, says Mr. King. As someone that does, in fact, have a turbo LS Fox body, I do tend to agree with all of what you say. Thanks for the content. Okay, thank you very much. Tech Mark B, I appreciate that, sir. Again, if you want to LS swap your Fox body, more power to you. I don't care. You're going to have to put a cam in it. You're going to have to put some heads in it. You're going to have to put, everything but the bottom end. Coyote swap is more expensive. The Coyote is a bigger engine, and it is, but you don't have to do Gen 2 and up. Gen 1 is kind of weak, so you're kind of stuck with like 700 horsepower. But Gen 2 and up, fucking turn up the wick and do whatever the fuck you want. It's a good time. What the fuck is going to press Mike about gay statement? Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. The DMV in Cali sells your info to Franchise Tax Board. They dinged my account for $842 for my 69 Marauder being a year out of registration. Dude. Stopping by to drop a like. I'll watch later. Thank you, sir. Love Boost says, what do I tell NA guy when he says boosting is more unreliable? Well, tell him he's right. Tell him he's right. You're doubling the horsepower of the engine, but it is twice as fast. So do you want to go fast or do you want to be reliable? You want to be reliable? Leave that shit alone. Alex, is your PayPal account fixed? You had some issue when someone did a chargeback. Yeah, it's been fixed. But guys, y'all start sending me money on PayPal. That bitch is going to want taxes, which it's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen. Last year's PayPal was stupid. Last year's PayPal was really ridiculous. So if I have to report taxes on that motherfucker, yep, I'm gonna out of my pocket is going to be probably close to $10,000 just in taxes. It's crazy. Dodge Neon versus Ford Fuckus. Don't care. Happy birthday. Thank you, Mendoza's. Where's the fuck you bloody? I don't have fuck you bloody. There's only so many. Look, there's a lot here, and it can get really lost. I got the new ones with Bing Bong and Bing Bong and all that other stuff. And I love Too High Power.
Check this
I saw
out.
June the other day. when DJ raced Usun on Desert 1320. By the way, Desert 1320, such a badass channel. Right to the point, bada bing, bada boom. Here's a race, bye-bye. No bullshit. I love it. Beto is gay, says Dan Fozo. PK Auto Design. Alex, I ordered a Gen 2 F-150 swap kit from PBH for a 92 Bronco that we got commissioned to do. Nice. Good for you. I know Lund can tune her up. However, a swap, anything needed for this special job, just make sure you tell us it is a F-150 motor with a Ford Racing control pack, and then we can send the proper tune. PK Auto Design. If you want to be reliable, get a Toyota. Yeah, a Hilux. I was watching Whistling Diesel's channel the other day because it's entertaining. It's very entertaining. And that Hilux just is impressive. That fucking Toyota Hilux just took a beating. I mean, obviously couldn't survive getting dropped from a helicopter, but everything else is pretty legit. Alex, I'm being offered a 4 level 2 system with 2 285s for $1,900. A good price? Fuck yeah. That's like a $2,200 to $2,300 purchase. Killa said, happy birthday, lunch money. Thank you very much. I'm going to share it with the guys. Appreciate you very much. Killa. What up, Alex? Happy New Year, perro, says Ray Ray. And Cameron Shine Recline Padron says, the saying fast, reliable, and cheap, pick 2. I'm still looking into, into the hang bag purse wearing and a bolt-on link. Dude, get the rope. Get it. You want to play? I'll play. You just got to get the rope. I just think he wants attention when I'm on the chat. That's all. I used to fuck with auto DSMs like Usun in 2016. Then I saw Gen 2 cars going mid-9s and went Coyote and never looked back. That's the thing that, but okay, Usun's car is impressive. He drives it there. Races dudes, and it's a quick car. It's not some slouch. And if you look at that race closely, I think Usun has some issues, but I'm sure they're going to rematch it. And then I think the outcome will be different because Usun's car gets it. And he drives it home. That's the most impressive thing about that car. But you're right. A mid 9-second Gen 2 Mustang with boost is hard to, like, with all the creature comforts, it's hard to pass up. Hellion twin turbo or 3.0 Whipple for my Gen 3 Coyote. Either. If you're going to go Hellion, get the upgraded manifolds, don't go to the cheapest kit. Go to the most expensive kit. That's what I tell people. When you start, I don't know, sort of removing options from turbo kits like manifolds and stuff, the stock manifolds, you're just going to have valve float issues 100%. Like Rami had that issue. He's like, hey, this car just falls off on its fucking face at 6,800 RPM. And I'm like, stock manifolds? He goes, yeah, I go valve float. He goes, get the fuck out of here. I go, valve float. He's like, what do I have to do? I'm like, upgrade the manifold or the valves, valve springs, or both. He did both. It's gone. Manifolds and valve springs, and he made like 1,100 horsepower. Tony is fast as fuck. Yeah, Tony's fast as fuck, boy. He don't play that shit. He is scary fast. He's scary fast now. Happy birthday, Alex. Need to drag Jake's truck. I'm trying to get some tires. I had a line on some front 18-inch because I want to put front skinnies on the white car and the bias plies because I don't want to really risk having big 19-inch fronts and the bias plies in the back and then be weaving in and out of traffic and then end up going in the ditch racing Jake. So if not, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I got to do something because unless I find a set of 20-inch Mickey Thompson ET Street SS's, if anyone knows of a set, I can buy it ASAP and get him on the car and then drag Jake's ass so he can shut the fuck up already. The Coyote has a lot of boost-friendly capabilities in the design. The oil squirt, here we go. He's gonna give me a whole soliloquy of how the motor's built. Hey, Alex, is Cam 2 Sunoco as good as high-octane fuel? I have a gas station with it near me and wanted your opinion. Also, would you be able to run it with just a BAP? Yeah, you should be able to run it with just a BAP, but I forgot what Cam 2 is. What is the supposed octane of Cam 2? That's like old school shit. Gil Core says, Alex, I have a Lund dedicated E85 tune in my Gen 2 Coyote with Gen 5 Whipple. All 4 in Innovations fuel system with 1050 Fox swap. Is a new tune necessary for VPC 85? Doing sick week and pump E85 might be scarce. What? I would put the C85 in with the E85 tune and log it and see how much it's trimming out and then see what the tuner says. Tony is on MS109. Yeah, Tony don't play that shit. Dumbass. You're dumb too. You're stupid. Hey, Alex, going through a midlife crisis. Should I do the motorcycle thing or just get a classic 60 era Ray 60s car? I'm not a motorcycle guy. Ever since my dad had a fucking huge accident and he ripped his shit up. He was never the same after that. And every single time I hear of people almost getting in an accident when they're on a motorcycle, scares me. And it's not because of the rider's ability. It's the other guy. It's usually that guy taking a left and not seeing you. And then you fucking run right into his fender or his door and you're splatted. Then you get fucking splatted. And then what? Fuck all that. Alex, I'm just giving the Coyote props. Yeah, but Mike's, okay, if you're giving the Coyote props, why do you have to go into detail as to how the pistons are built? Hey, the Coyote is really well suited for turbo or superchargers. It's an awesome engine. Well, the oil squirters and the hyper-eutectic piston design and the internal balance makes it really reliable. And reads the magazine. I'm like, oh, reads the article. I'm like, come on, I love you, because keep it short and sweet. People don't like a know-it-all. Like, I love people that answer questions on my videos and they write a paragraph. They just need to write a paragraph. I'm like, no, 2 or 3 words. 2 or 3 words. We don't need to know blah 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 blah. It sounds like a cam car. Mr. Mustang says, happy birthday, Alex. Thank you for all you do for us. Excited to see the small block Ford set up in the Fairmont. Me too. It's just, I got to get you know how hard it is to find a good tech that is available in a timely fashion in South Florida? I have money. I'm willing to give you money to work on my cars. Nobody wants that money. Crazy shit. Yeah, to hell with riding bikes on the street. Dirt bikes only. Fair enough, says Mike's Garage. Relax. You just need to be like short and sweet. Nobody likes to know it all. Like, if I go to a party and I meet a guy that likes to talk about cars, I want to get the fuck away from him. I want to get the fuck away from him because he's going to start talking the dumbest shit. And if he's an old motor guy, well, what do you think about the side oiler? Do you know why they call it a side oiler? Did you know that there was an overhead cam Ford engine in the 60s? Did you know that Carol Ship? I was like, fuck me. Leave me alone. Motorcycles are not for everyone. A car pulled out in front of my buddies and he ended up with 2 broken arms and a broken femur. He's relearning how to walk and might not be able to get his hand back to normal. Exactly. I'm never going to take that chance. Look, anything can happen even in a car. But at the end of the day, I think I'm safer in a car, and motorcycles are just not for me. If have no riding experience, really, then 110% motorcycle accident, they ain't fun. I bought another bike, just drag race it. Alex, what's the main difference between the Coyote and the Predator motor? Flat plane crank, heads, cam, displacement, firing order, intake, everything. Everything is different. Hey, Alex, what's the difference between an LS and a Coyote? Everything. What's the difference between a Predator and a Coyote? Everything. What the fuck? Coyote is good. Exactly, Matt Twin Live GT. It's hard to find someone to work on your car in Central Florida. I just ship the fucker out of state. I save up for everything. Now, fuck all that. I don't trust anyone out of state. I want to be able to drive to your shit and make sure my shit's getting done. What I need is the motor pulled, a new K member put back in it, and a rolling chassis be done. And I can grab the motor and trans and control pack and give it to the new the new owner. And then I can have my bare shell, basically, Fairmont, ready for small block Ford bullshit. Anything related to the firing order? Anything related to the firing order? What? Anyone who says they're into cars at a function, avoid at all costs, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to say some dumb shit. Yep. What was it that someone said one time? They were trying to relate. Okay. I got to the point of knowing more than my dad on modern vehicles at like the age of 21 or 22. And he was a carburetor, Rochester carburetor guy. He was just like, I don't know what the fuck this is. He just didn't understand anything. So when I was modding the car, he goes, that's stupid. That's going to make it run bad. I go, it's not going to make it run bad. And he goes, well, you can't put a bigger mass airflow sensor and bigger injectors and have it run right. I go, they're calibrated for each other. He goes, no, they're not. They're just going to run like shit. And then after I put some heads, a cam, upper and lower, CNL, cold air, mass air meter, and the car was running like an 11.7, 11.6 back in like 1999, 98. He was like, I don't know how the fuck this car is doing that. And I'm like, So it was difficult to kind of talk to him and relate about cars anymore because he gave me the very base knowledge, like the basic knowledge. And then once the race stuff came into play, you kind of surpass his knowledge and then you don't really have anything to talk about anymore. Only bike I like is the Z50R I ride around. Never had one as a kid, but love riding them. Take it on 100-mile trips all the time. God, you're crazy. Big K says, hey, Alex. Matt 211T says, 7.5-inch piston and an intaker walks out to a Scion FRS. Exactly. Oh, my God. Are you? Yeah, I love cars. Cars are fucking great. What are you driving? Oh, Toyota Camry. Oh, sick. Do you have anything else at home? No, I like the VVTi. Don't they have their own, like, variable cam timing bullshit? VVT, BCDI, LMNOPI. It's got 260 horsepower. But the funny thing is, if you're a 2-valve guy, you probably are not a car guy, right? Because you choose to fuck with a car that's slower than a Nissan Altima or a Camry or a fucking minivan. That's right. You literally go out of your way to fuck with a car that is slower than most sedans. Could you imagine? Could you imagine you say you're a car guy, you say you're into the car culture, then you go out into your fucking Stance 2-valve. Stance 2-valve. Thank you, Jay Rubin, for the big donation. I appreciate you very much, sir. And did I get Nick Rogers? Nick Rogers. Make sure I got Nick Rogers also got me. And Jose Gonzalez. Big donations. I appreciate you guys very much. Y'all don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I hate it when they bring up the 454. Right. Like that matters anymore. Like motors. Look, I like guys that stay current, but then there are guys like, no offense, Jay Rubin, who knows a little too much and kind of shoves it down your throat. And he knows enough about the exotics, right? But when it comes to my knowledge, it's mostly on the tuning aspects and what it can do, what certain parts are compatible with these parts. So my knowledge is not on what the brochure tells me. My knowledge is mostly modifying modern Coyote vehicles and small block Fords. That's what I grew up on. That's what I cut my teeth on. So that's what I know the most about. If like when I was talking to Wesley Evans, I said, what compression is that car? He was 13-1. I was like, oof. And the cam has like 600 plus lift. Who the fuck knows on duration? Like 360. It's just open all the time. And that made me go, wow, that's impressive. But then I started looking into Prestige Motorsports and what the motors that they offer, the 427, they don't have the 460, but they offer 10-1 compression, 600 horsepower, pump gas. 427s. And I was like, I wonder what that would happen if it was 13-1 on E85 or race gas. Then it really tickled my asshole. Like C4 energy drink does. 454 with 210 horse. Exactly. Hey, I got one of those trucks. Yeah, I got the 454 SS Chevy 1500. Oh, that thing that runs 15.9? Hell, 16.2. Get the fuck out of here. Hisham Aman says, I know that I need forged pistons and rods, but do I need more like sleeves? Depends on what your goals are. If you're going to stay under 1,000, probably not. If you're going to go 1,100, 1,200, it's a good idea to sleeve the motor. Do you care about 60 to 130 times? What would you consider a fast 60 to 130 time for a strictly street car under 7s? Yeah, under 7s is fast for anything. Whether it be boosted or NA. The NA guys that are in the 7s and 6s are gutted, tin can. They're barely cars. They're basically go-karts. And don't tell me any different. But if you have a boosted, fully loaded car that's in the 7s or 6s, that's fast. That's fast to me. Hey, Pops, can I take the GT500 to prom? Boy, if you drove that car, you would fucking hate it. That car, I was thinking about that the other day. What would make that car drivable to me? What would make that car desirable to drive? And honestly, I think it's exhaust. Like a good sounding exhaust. It is so fucking stupid loud. And I'm way past the point of being loud. I'd love to get like a MagnaFlow. First of all, I need a new set of headers. Those American Racing headers are rotted. They basically are rotting from the inside out. So I need a new set of headers, but goddamn it, they're like almost $2,000. And I'm like, now I'm gonna put more money into this fucking bitch just so I can run a slower number. Nah, fuck that. So I'm gonna fix the exhaust that I have now, and then maybe do like a MagnaFlow catback with the quad tips in the back because I just think that looks good on the car, and it'll be manageable because right now it is ridiculously loud. I hate it. Ghost Watcher here says, Chris, why? Most of the tech stuff, if you talk about, is way over my head. I just sit back and enjoy the laughs. Just wish you a happy birthday and thank you for all the hard work you put into the live streams. Chris, why? Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I still love the 90 to 93 454 SS truck. Why? Fast Zippo ZL1. That's a Fast Zippo. Fast Hippo ZL1. Those trucks are fucking trash. It's like Lightning owners. That thing is trash. 454, I still love them. Fucking junk ass shit. What could be causing the oil to smell like gas? Incorrect gap, stuck injector? One of those two, yeah. You're basically, you're washing out your cylinders. That's what's happening, Andres Martinez. If your oil smells like gas, something's wrong. What's it like watching the world go from 80s to now in real time? Dude, from the 80s to now in real time. What do you mean? Like, the 80s are coming back? Or do you mean like born in the 80s and see how it has digressed? Like, meaning, I was born in 78 and I knew a lot of smart people. I was surrounded by a lot of smart people in my youth. And now I'm surrounded by fucking dumbasses everywhere. But I am in Florida. And I understand that the education system here is absolute trash, like garbage. Like it's probably dead last, unless you go to a private school. So people here generally not that smart. That's okay. But I've noticed that people are getting dumber generally. Like you're on social media, but it might be because of social media. When I was a kid in the 80s, you weren't that connected to everyone at all times. You actually had to read the newspaper to see what the fuck was going on. And it's usually delayed a day or two. Now you have instant access to everything. And you have instant access to dumb motherfuckers. Dumb motherfuckers. Guys, there's still guys out there that go to Mustang 6G and believe the shit they say on that fucking forum. To this day, there's people that go to Mustang 6G and think that's like the holy Bible of Mustang information when it's full of Mustang guys. And we know they're all retarded. The transition from cool to gay, exactly. Like how the world transitioned and advanced. Oh, I see. So, I mean, I grew up around tapes. Look, I grew up around tapes, cassettes. Like when they say mixtape, when you guys hear someone, they have a mixtape, it was physically a tape. It was a tape. Then we went from 8-track to pull-out radios. You guys will remember pull-out radios. Face-off radios. Then we went to massive, huge DIN, whatever the fuck's in there, and you can't steal that motherfucker. You got to steal the whole car if you want to take that thing. You know, and then we went from cassettes, CDs, Bluetooth, or cassette CDs, Bluetooth, auxiliary jacks, which is still a thing nowadays. That's everywhere. Public education is terrible. No, not really. Massachusetts, people are pretty smart. People are pretty with it in terms of education, but like regular life shit, no, they're pretty stupid. In Florida, they're dumb on both, but there's a lot of money here, which blows my mind. There are millionaires down here, guys, that I swear to God should not have any money, but they're loaded. JD Swag says, fuck, marry, kill Sophia, Salma, Scarlett. We already went through this. I am marrying Sofia Vergara. I am killing Salma Hayek, and I am fucking Scarlett Johansson because Salma Hayek, ta viejita. Happy birthday. Here's to Diet Coke and McDonald's. $20. Goddamn. 454 guys are Chevy Cobra guys. 454 guys are Chevy's Cobra guys. The online configurator with prices just came out for F-150 Lightning. Cool. Watching your stream while working on my car. Thanks for keeping me company. You're welcome, Bencher. Big K. Hey, guys. Almost 300 watching and barely 170 likes. Hit the like button. Hey, man. Every time I cry about it, people get all fucking stupid. Ryan Nardone obviously doesn't get the memo that YOLO Douchebag is dead as fuck, but he's like, oh, YOLO Douchebag here, flip your hat. Thank you for joining, Ryan. Alex, do I need a beeper or a bag phone? Wow, the beeper, the ghetto blaster. I had a face-off radio in the late 90s. Blah punk pullout. MP3s. Yes, MP3s. Oh, my God. Napster. And what was it? Was it Mozilla? No, Mozilla? I forget what it was. It was a green thing. Waiting all day to listening to the radio, record your favorite songs equals the 80s. Yes. If you guys wanted to, when Ice Ice Baby came out, I was like, I don't know, fucking 10. I was young. And if you wanted to have that song, you had to wait on the radio and hit record and play at the same time. You have to hit record and play. And hopefully the cassette didn't eat itself when you hit record and play at the same time. And usually you got the tail end of the DJ going, coming at you, another 3 in a row. We're going to kick it off with Ice Ice Baby. This is Vanilla Ice with his first new release single coming at you. And that's what you get on your fucking, and then you play it in your car and you hear the DJ nonstop and you're trying to cut the DJ out, but you can't because he plays some of the song during the lead-in is what they call it. Fucking retards. Man, that boy just wants to play. Oh, man. All this free information, and we choose to be stupid. I go to Mustang 6G to get my adrenaline when I'm about to bench press. Says built for speed. That place is just so fucking, so trash. Sorry, buddy. I love you. I love it, buddy. We're playing nonstop. Alex, pretty sure in another video you said that the Predator is just a Coyote bottom man with different cam connectors and tuning. Some firing order. Find it. Find it. Find it. It's a flat plane crank, dude. When did I ever say a 5.2 Predator with a flat plane crank is a Coyote with different cam connectors? Maybe he's referencing the fact that I said, in terms of tuning, I could change the firing order, cams, and I could tune it basically as a 5.2 Coyote with Predator firing order. But you asked specifically, what's the difference between the motors? You see what I mean, guys? They twist your words. Alex, you said the Predator's the exact same thing, so I bought 3 of them based on what you said. You owe me money. Stop it. Don't be a Stan. Don't start being a Stan. Love you. I will play Stan in a heartbeat. Where is Stan? There you go. He's here. He's here.
Dear Mr. I'm too good to call and write my fan.
This will be the last bet I ever sent your ass. Fuck it. I wrote the addresses on them perfect. God damn it. All the information is making people stupid. Alex, you said it's your birthday. Voodoo is flat plane. No. I said in another video that LimeWire, that's what it is, Paul H. LimeWire. You guys remember LimeWire? Guys, back in the day, people were basically downloading songs and the software used your computer as their storage space. So if you had it in your library, people could download it from you. You can upload and download songs and movies and porn. Tons of fucking porn and movies and boxing fights. Like the next day, a boxing fight, like a big pay-per-view event happened, like a UFC or something. You'd be on fucking the next day. You can download that bitch in high def. It was a good time. Best clutch for MTD2 cars pushing 800 horsepower. Well, Ben Calamer's pushing this LPX thing, and I still haven't given it a good shift yet to tell you one way or the other. But I like Mantic stuff. I still like Mantic stuff, and the RST is not enough for 800 horsepower. It's mostly a torque thing, not a horsepower thing. So I still like the Mantic, believe it or not. And Matt FC says RST. I mean, yeah, but he's gonna smoke it in a year, 100%. I had LimeWire, Napster, Pirate Bay were all the good shit. Exactly. Took so damn long, and then you had to convert to Wave and burn a CD, mini disc. That was my shit back then. Remember when you could burn MP3s on a disc, and you were blown away that you had 200 songs or something like that on a CD? Crazy. Alex, if you were a billionaire, would you fight crime like Bruce Wayne? Fuck no. I'd buy an island and say fuck all y'all. Island, drag strip, just kind of have shipments coming in and out. Leave me alone. Leave me, or a mountain somewhere. I'll buy a fucking, like Whistling Diesel bought a whole fucking mountain and just have like armed guards everywhere. Like, no, I really don't want. If I was a billionaire, you wouldn't see me. You probably wouldn't see me ever again. Downloading MP3s with a 56K modem, good times. Oof, and then someone picked up the phone, to call somebody, and there goes your download. Napster, LimeWire, and ShareBear. I haven't seen Jeff G in centuries. Wonder what happened to the clutch hippie. He's around. I get his newsletters very often. He's still kicking it. Mustang Lifestyles Can't Drive. Here, 100% on that. Liking for the algorithm. Watching later. Hit the like button. Worthless Goon says pretty much stock. Cameron says yes, and they made a mini disc CD players. That was my shit after mini disc in my 1988 Civic. 56K modem, bing bong. You're not wrong, man. The 56K modem,
Bing bong.
I mean, you guys have no idea that you can find anything on the planet right fucking now with your phone. Anything. You don't even need to type it into the phone. The interface is slow, which is your fucking thumbs. I had to literally go to the library to do research on shit, pull out encyclopedias, open them up, research, subjects for school. Now, y'all motherfuckers have all the access. And what do you decide to do with the phones? You decide to go like a fucking bunch of cucks. Oh my God. I sound like an old guy. I do. Fuck it. JD Swag says, Alex, how did you meet Jake? That's a good story. So when I first got hired for Lund Racing, the person that I was training with was a complete fucking mess. Oh, someone give me $100. Who the fuck's this? Holy shit. Mike Rasovic says, happy birthday, future stepdad. Holy shit. Thank you very much. I appreciate the massive donation. You do not have to do that, but I will take your fucking money. Thank you very much. So I ended up training with the guy, and Jake was in front. Power by the Hour was located in front. And I would show up at 8:30 in the morning, ready to go, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. And Jake's like, what are you doing here so early? And I'm like, but don't I start working at 8? He goes, that guy doesn't show up till like 10, dude. I go, what? He goes, yeah. And when he shows up, he don't start working until a couple of hours. Walks around, fucks around. I'm like, really? I was like, no shit. Oh, well, this is not going to work. So then I basically kept showing up early. The guy I was training with was not showing up on time. So I'm like, bro, this is not good. I need to show Lund that I can work. And if I'm not being trained properly, I'm not going to be a productive member, and he's going to fucking fire me, or he's going to say, I can't use you. And you know, what am I going to do? You know? So Jake was like, yeah, no, you're a hard worker. You're you and him ain't going to match. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. Sure enough, not less than a week later was I about to fucking pound this fucking dickhead, just pound his head into the fucking wall. But Jake was like, man, you know, just hang out here in the mornings. You can do some tuning stuff and, you know, whatever. And we can talk about some of the stuff we've experienced, and maybe that'll help you along. And then after a while, we developed a friendship that way. When the first time that then my tenure at Lund came to an end about 3 months later. Like I was only at Lund for about 3 months, the first stint. And Jake was like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm literally unemployed, you know, so it's not a good look. So he offered to help me and stuff. And I said, no, I'm good. So I made it happen for a little bit, scrounging and scraping for a month or two. It put a strain on everything. But he was willing to help. He's like, I can't give you a job because I don't have a job to give you. But whatever you need, brother, you know, just let me know. He was the one that fronted the money for all the YOLO douchebag shirts in the beginning. And I still have like 70 in there. And I keep them because it reminds me, you know, of the friendship that we had. And I wear them every once in a while, and I don't want to ever get rid of them. But that was basically a gift. He goes, I'll front them. You'll pay me whenever you can, and you can sell them, and you can start doing merch stuff that way. So he helped me out for sure. I still get Jeg magazines at my folks' house. Alex, would you rather have a 6-speed Hellcat Challenger or a Whippled 15 to 17 6-speed S550 for a street car? Challenger. Challenger in a heartbeat. You're giving me a option of a Whippled 15 to 17 6-speed. I love how they say 6-speed. Manual or auto. They're all 6 speeds. But out of those two, again, Big K, you mean stick? I don't want a stick Hellcat. Those things are, I mean, they're cool, but they're not that cool. I would rather get a auto Hellcat. I just want to drive a couch, a fast couch. 600 rear-wheel horsepower, full bolt-on, 2012 Shelby. Suggestions for a blower? Fuel system injectors? What's a safe number on a stock motor? Jeremy, if you're going to stay on pump gas, I wouldn't go much past high 6s. I know some people claim 700, and I'm like, okay, you want to blow it up? Go ahead, do 700 on pump gas. Have at it, brother. But you can get a 2.3 TVS, get a upgrade to a 2.3 TVS, like a VMP Gen 2R or something like that. 2.4 pulley, S&B 123 cold air, D-Torx 95s, FIC 1000s, or that 1050Xs, boosted pump, and that bitch with 17 or 18 degrees of timing should make close to 660, 670. It'll be a happy car. If you E85, fucking 2650 blower, 2.8 upper, it'll make 800, and at about 850, those motors like to explode very, very impressively too. They when they go, they fucking go. What are the big plans for this evening? Oh, it's just me hanging out with the little lady, man. That's all. No big plans. I'm not feeling great. Honestly, I just want to stay home and just kind of sleep, to be honest with you. But you know, she might have some plans, and I'm like, we'll see. We'll see how I feel. I'm not feeling all that great. I'm sort of getting over something, not the Rona, because if it was the Rona, I'd know it. I haven't tested though, so fuck it. I can smell it's smart, so who knows? 1320 Mafia says here for the like. We'll be back later. And then Brandon says 17 fucking degrees here this morning. Can't wait to be in Florida. So everyone got fucked in the snow near the Virginia area or whatever. Oof. Do people forget winter still happens? Like, I'm blown away that by November, you don't have Blizzaks in your shit. Like, that you don't have Blizzaks in your shit. When do we meet the little lady? Never. I'm not one of those idiots that post my girlfriend all over the fucking internet and then cucks like y'all motherfuckers will try to hit her up on the backside. I know what y'all do. You'll never, ever, ever meet my little lady. Sorry, I meant stick. Yeah, no, neither. I would opt to not have either. I mean, I guess the Whipple Gen 2, but that's like because I don't want to stick Hellcat. VCMD, how is the E85 situation lately? There is the E85 back at the pumps. I'm very happy about that, but it is scarce, and it's only at the racetrack gas stations. So Sunoco on 441 has a ton, but the racetrack gas stations has some one day, then the next day they're gone. And I'm like, what is happening? Where's the delay? Are the cornfields just burning? What's happening? Is it like the movie Interstellar, where just cornfields are just not, you can't grow anything anymore? The planet's dying? What happened? I don't know what happened. Winter was late as fuck to hit Texas this year. Alex, a GT500 is a cross-plane crank. Cross-plane crank. Yeah, I know. And? Oh, I'm sorry. You said Predator. Jesus. You said, wait, I thought you said GT350. God damn it. I thought you said, sorry. I thought you said Voodoo. Sorry. I thought you said Voodoo the whole time. Why did I think Voodoo the whole time? Yeah, the biggest difference between Predator. Yeah, I was thinking when you said Predator, I thought GT350. I don't know why. Look, I'm sick. Fuck you. Yeah, it's a 5.2 Coyote. There you go. Next, didn't Biden say he was getting rid of E85? Who the fuck knows? The guy's a fucking cuck. If any of y'all voted for him, please leave my chat. Like, leave my chat forever. Please, people make a big deal about family, but I have friends that would give me their shirt off their back and family that couldn't be bothered. Okay, what is he talking about? On a TVS or a screw application. I don't even know what the fuck. I love how people split up their comments in 7 different fucking comments. Write a paragraph like normal people. Jeremy Slavin, can you explain to me some issues that you see on the 18 plus Coyote with 350 manual and throttle body, like being installed wrong? Why do you want a 350 manifold and throttle body on an 18 Coyote? How much faster is a Bullet than a GT? How much faster is a Bullet than a GT? Like, what is the horsepower difference? It has a 350 manifold and a Bullet throttle body. Please don't do that. And if you're going to do that, fuck off. I just don't want to be involved, because when you go to the dyno and it makes 3 more horsepower, you're going to go, but wait a minute, I upgraded the manifold and the throttle body. I'm like, cool, bro. Look at Matt 2011 GT. Birthday, Alex, happy, cake. Buying a 2022 regular cab 5.0. Here we go. He's going to ask about tuning. Going to keep it stock for the most part, but should I keep my Engage in case tuning opens with him? No. There will never be 2022 support on an Engage. They're out of bit. Engage is out of business. There is no future support for Engage. They're out of business. The 2021 F-150 cannot be tuned by anybody yet, except maybe people that are tight with Ford. Please stop asking. Thank you. Fuck. I don't get why people keep asking the same question over and over as if a different comment is just going to happen. Holy shit. Thoughts on the new Maverick with the 2.4? Stop it, G-Pass. Stop it. Luis Ceballos. Sup, Alex? Watching from work? Some lunch money. Thank you, sir. Don't break the mic. I mean, come on. They ask the same fucking questions all the time. Hey, I bought a 2021 just in case tuning becomes available. That's really stupid. That's a really stupid risk you just took. What if we can never tune it? Did you ever think about that? What if we can never tune it? I'm sure other people will tune it, Whipple and all those other places. Cool. Lund might not be able to tune it because tuning the way we knew it was, just like I said yesterday and the day before, is over. It's literally over. When I see Alex move towards the mic, I always lower the volume because I'm about to go deaf. So just Roush can tune them, eh? Yes. Just Roush and Ford affiliated people. Hell, even Roush is not affiliated with Ford anymore. Guys, did you see that? Did you see that Roush is not affiliated with Ford anymore? In terms of, God damn it, this thing hurts my head and I have a fucking headache. Ugh. Like Ford went back to Whipple. Remember back in the day, Whipple 2.3s and 2.9s were being offered as upgrade packages for Ford Performance. Then Ford Performance went to Roush and ran the TVS successfully for a bunch of years. Now Ford went back to Whipple. So Roush, I don't know what happened, but what a fall from grace, huh? What a fall. Well, they had some phenomenal years. And then they just fell off the face of the earth once they went bullshit front feed TVS with the tiniest hole in the front ever. And they just like stopped. Maybe they don't care because Roush is a huge company and the Roush Mustang product is like 5% of their revenue. You know, they make more money on side-by-side plastic molding and P-51 rebuilding engines, P-51, the airplane, than Roush Mustangs and Roush trucks. So I'm blown away that just Roush's name is just like trash. I'm like blown away by the whole situation. Ford is tight with Biden. Bing bong, exactly. Alex, what pulley would you recommend? Hit 750 on a Vortec V3, a 3.3, a 3.3, sir. Bring your Witch, who says, "Oh shit, happy birthday." Still recommended TVS over centrifugal over Gen 2 stick car 700, 800. Yeah. Look, I love the Roush 2.3, the 2.3 or the VMP 2.3 or the Gen 2R, the Gen 2 Elemental P or the Super Sauce or the Secret Sauce or the Dick Sauce or the Fuck Sauce, whatever the fuck they want to call it. The Roush rotor, or the Eaton rotor pack. The 2.3, in my opinion, is just fucking mint. I love it. 2650, in my opinion, is a little overkill, but if you want to make over 1,000, that's your boy right there. Tell me I could have a hell of a party with 25-pound boost on a stock 4-valve. Okay, I don't care. It started with the 2650 Apocalypse. Exactly. I thought smaller diameter meant more velocity. Hey, Matt, 2011 GT. Ain't that some shit? How is it that a 2650 with a smaller inlet makes less power than a 2.3 with a bigger inlet when pulleyed similarly? I ripped that center dot off the top of my hat to help with headaches while wearing headphones like yours. Oh, this thing? But I have it really loose. Let me see. Yeah, I have it. Maybe you're right. Greco, Ford, and Del Rey had a PP1 2021 GT with a Roush Supercharger for $70K. Ridiculous. And a Black Betty says you should let Chet handle how much power, what fuel system, what kind of boost, type of questions. Don't even waste your time on that repeated shit. Maybe on a peasant chat, not your birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that, Any Black Betty, because my God, the 2021 Ford F-150 question, the how much horsepower will my car make from pump gas to E85, or how much power will my car make at all, is so subjective that I can't answer it properly. And it gets annoying as fuck because y'all don't realize. And again, guys, so when we talk about meeting a car guy at a party, this is what I mean. The guys that ask those questions are those car guys at the party where they're just asking the most ridiculous shit. And you have to sit there knowing that you're basically having to remove half of your brain to have a conversation with somebody. And he's asking just the dumbest shit nonstop. What do you think about the, I had a guy ask me if he plumbed his AC into his cold air box, will the car make more power because of lower IAT? I said, once you go wide open throttle, the AC shuts off. He goes, what? I go, when you go wide open throttle, the AC shuts off. He goes, no, it doesn't. I'm done. Alex, your head hurts more from NA Flex Tune than the headphones. You're right. Happy birthday, says 313 Mike. If you were to have a drink with someone like a buddy on your birthday, what would it be? So you guys know that I don't drink, right? I never have. But if I was going to have a drink with someone, to be with Jake. Jake is my best friend down here. Well, period. He's proven he is a friend. He's not here for what I can access. He's not here for the YouTube clout. If anything, he doesn't want anything to do with the YouTube clout. I don't know, man. My dad liked whiskey. He liked whiskey, but I don't know what's good whiskey. You know, that's like a manly drink. Bourbon. But I drink it with Jake. If he's like, hey, you know, one day you want to have a drink with me, and let's say if he's down on his luck one day and and he wanted me to have a drink with him, Dad loved whiskey, so probably something like that. Victor Ray says someone says nice jacket. Yeah, this is one of those stretchy jackets. Lund Racing has like the best fucking swag, dude. This is one of them stretchy jackets. I wear it all the time when it's under 60 degrees in Florida, which is now. Hey, thank you, Mendoza's Coyote. Happy birthday, Alex. Says Victor Ray. I'll be picking up a stock 17 GT. Looking to keep it mainly stock, but want minor upgrades. What would you recommend just to improve the car slightly? Suspension. Number one, suspension. Get the car low. Get the Ibach Pro Kit. Get some nice struts and shocks. Get the alignment on point, some nice wheels and tires, maybe some 4S's, nothing too aggressive, so you can enjoy the car and have decent tread wear and decent rain grip. And then maybe just a tune and a tune and maybe a cold air, like a no tune required cold air, like a K&N Blackhawk or like an Air Raid no tune required intake or a PMAS no tune required intake. And that car will be a very nice, drivable, good handling car for a very long time. Tequila for life, Jack on the rocks, straight gangster. Canadian rye whiskey and ginger ale. Whiskey, the best, says Greg M. Unplug the AC clutch and make it stand alone and run before watt, then disconnect at watt. Then maybe AC takes like 15 to 25 horsepower to turn. Got it. Poppy Van Winkle is a good bourbon for special occasions. Got it. Minor upgrades, where it all starts. Exactly. It's an addiction. It's like, I'm just going to suck a little dick. All of a sudden you're doing gay porn. It's really how it is. I've heard. Second Shift Race says, I don't drink either. Only will have one on a special occasion. Like, I would get along. Like, I get along with Garrett. Garrett is the guy that runs Second Shift Racing. He hung out with us all weekend. Busy guy. Got tons of footage. Super nice guy. Just normal dude. And I'm like, where the hell are y'all at? The normal people. The people that are just nice and respectful and like fun to be around. He's like, we're all up in like Alabama or some shit, you know, we're hunting deer. We're up in the trees covered in piss. Okay, sorry, the little lady wants to bathe me. Bro, one of the biggest things I have to get used to is my girlfriend rubs my ass constantly. Because she likes his badonk, right? You know, este culo está buenísimo. And she's like, oh, maybe you can feel better if I bathe you tonight. And I'm like, yeah, that would be really nice. Come through. Gentleman Jack is smooth. I was talking about your relationship with Jake. Some friends are better than family. Oh, Jesus Perez. Okay, yeah, no, Jake, solid, bro. A solid friend. And I don't have any solid friends, especially that are business oriented. I know there's a lot of people out there that probably wonder why I apologize to you guys ahead of time. If you want to get close and I seem like I am standoffish and I seem like I'm putting up a wall, well, that's because I am. I don't let a lot of people in because life has taught me not to. And I keep my circle super tight and super small. So that's the way I'm going to be. And if I do allow you in, if I allow people in, it's like very few. And Jake's one of those guys that's been around good and bad. He hasn't wavered. He's been consistent. Este culo, exactly. Careful, she might jam a thumb up in it. No fucking way. It's not going to happen. Get some tequila, Herradura, añejo. Wow, that sounds ridiculous. I'm not going to start drinking for you guys. It would be funny if I do a show drunk though. Oh man, I'd have to like have it private because I might just swear and just call out people from the industry and just, boy, that's going to be a good show. Woof. The day I can just let loose. It's going to be a good time. I thought stock airbox was better than open intakes. So Dino Kill, the only reason I said that is, let's say he goes out there on a cool night. On a cool night, he's going to want, a freer flowing intake. That's all. But in the daytime, and make one out of plastic, like K&N Blackhawks are plastic. So are, I think, Corsa cold air intakes and InGens. So a no tune required intake that you don't have to do anything to, just throw it on, and it has a nice little shield on it, and it's engineered pretty well. I think it'll benefit a little bit from the open air element. I know someone right now is going, well, that's what the P51 is for. It's made out of metal, dude. Fuck out of here. The hangover isn't worth it. Okay, Jay Rubin, I appreciate that. Members only. Hell yeah, it would be an awesome stream. When it's dark outside, you'll see who's really with you in the famous words of Graham. Andy Black Betty says, John Cena might be the model without an internal check. John Cena, it might be the model without an internal check valve. They fix it later, but Brandon warned me about that a while ago. I don't know what he's talking about. Or pay-per-view. You'll kick everyone out. I won't kick everyone out. I love you guys sometimes. Bitcho, you don't need alcohol. I remember you went loose on, I think, Diet Coke a while back on a live show. That was a good one. Wow. Yeah. I hadn't had like Wendy's and Diet Coke like in a year. Then I went on the dating channel and when I started fucking drink and I just started playing music. I got copyrighted. The video got removed, but it was it was an awesome time. What's up, little man? Little man. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, I cracked your toes. All members have to take a shot when Alex drinks. Oh my God, I was going to be drunk and typing all this shit. I'll pull the engine and swap the K member for you when the electric is hooked up in the shop next week in Central Florida. I might have to, Cracker, because I want it done like, hey, Alex, I can get you in Friday. Cool. When it'll be done? Next week. Cool. Boom. Here you go. Here's money. Pull the motor, pull the control pack, do a nice job because this is going to be reused by somebody. I'll bring you the crate where to put the engine and shit in, and then I'll pick everything up in the truck. And we'll, I got to bring like an engine hoist and bring everything. But, I'll do that. But down here, bro, everyone's just like fishing. No one's looking to work. I'm like, y'all ain't looking to work? Y'all don't like money? All right, fine. Fuck it. That was a regular at McDonald's kind of show. I think he was wild. That was a regular show at McDonald's kind of show. I think he was wild. It's when you wore the sunglasses, right? Exactly. Wendy's strawberry lemonade is the bomb. Never had it. Is it me or does the new Coke Zero in the red label bottles taste different than the old black labels? Boy, Jay Rubin, thank fucking God you said something. So I started, I'm a Coke Zero guy. Yeah, I'm gay, but I don't drink it often. But I remember there is a distinct taste in the black bottles, and they had Coke Zero cherry. I'm gay. And they the red, then they gave you the red labels, and I think they did that so that the regular Coca-Cola starts selling again. Yes, have you noticed that when the black bottles are very noticeable, you just grab them, but the red ones would stay on the shelves? Did you notice that, Jay Rubin? How you would go to like a gas station or somewhere, and all of the regular Coca-Colas are still on the shelves, but the zeros are gone. Then they change it to the red label zeros, and they taste different. And you can barely differentiate between the two unless you really look closely. So you know how many times I've taken home regular Coke, and the moment I taste it, I fucking throw it away. It's too syrupy. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. No, thank you. Yo, any kind of soda with cherry is fire. I must be gay too, says Eric Perez. Cherry Coke all the way. Coke Zero coffee is great. Got to try it. I will try it. Cracker says he's 2 hours from me. So you're like in Orlando area? Okay, we'll see what the deal is. X freaking exactly says 313 Mike. I have everything I need, says Cracker. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll see. My old man drank the hell out of zeros. So did the Lunds. The Lunds got me on zeros. Like every time I'd go up there, Senior was like, Alex, you want a Coke Zero? And I'm like, no, I don't want a Coke Zero. I want a Diet Coke. He's fucking psycho. So one time I said, sure. And I was like, oh my God, Diet Cokes are shit compared to this. And then I had a regular Coke and I'm like, ew, I like Coke Zeros. So then I stuck with Coke Zeros. He got me on that shit. Lots of gays in here, says Jay Rubin. Coke Zero Cherry is the shit. It is so fucking yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I only go to the store for smokes and beer. I live on hate crimes. We are not the same. Good shit. Annie Black Betty says, oh my God. Wait, Tracy Miller says, happy birthday if you haven't already. Try the stevia soda sometimes. No sugar, no dyes, and still tastes good. I like the regular sugar ones. Like the regular sugar ones are badass. Coke Zero and whiskey. Oof. Did you ever drink cream soda? Yes, I drank cream soda like the A&W. A&W, I think, made cream soda. Was it A&W? Let me see. Oh, man, I can't even type. A&W. Cream soda. Oh, my God, I can't even type. Yeah, oh, my God. A&W cream soda. Nom. Ah, bro, good times. A&W cream soda. If you guys don't know what cream soda is, and no, it's not. I'm trying to say something that's not like super bad. Share screen. Let's see if this thing explodes. This one, share. A&W cream soda was what I would gravitate towards if I was gonna do some shit like that. What the fuck is Lactaid? Oh, look at that. Oh, what is this? Dr. Brown's cream soda? Diet? Oh, what is this? Publix cream soda. Every time I hear cream, you know what enters my mind. Not a soda. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Yes, A&W made cream sodas. Bloomer's cream soda, IBC2. A&W root beer flow. Don't want to miss your feed. My phone's blowing up. Can't the world piss off when you're live? Ain't that some shit? A&W cream soda in the frosted glass at the drive-up was awesome. The frosted glass. Good old times. People don't know. Matt 211 GT, we came from that last generation where there were still drive-in theaters. There were still those places where they come out and serve you with roller skates and bullshit. People would smoke inside. Remember Matt 2011 GT? You'd go in a fucking restaurant and there'd be a fucking haze of smoke The wallpaper was stained from the smoke. The wallpaper looked like gold flake, looking like a 1970s nasty fucking designed area, just a haze of smoke. I used to go to this place called Ivory Billiards with my dad when I was little. I don't know why we're talking about this, but let's talk about this. And he just hand me a, a pocket full of quarters, and he'd go play in the arcades. I'm gonna fucking take these guys' money. And he was a pool shark, and I would play Killer Instinct for 3 hours. 3 hours of Killer Instinct. My ass, my balls, my armpits smelled to high heaven. But dad would come back. He'd have $200-300. And he's like, yeah, here you go. He give me $5. He's like, when you come next time, you get more quarters. I was like, man, what a good time. A haze of smoke, and Metallica's Black Album would be playing nonstop. Oh, no, Kill 'Em All. Kill 'Em All would be the only thing on the jukebox. God, I don't miss smokers in restaurants. My roommate hates moist, so I always say moist. Fucking doctors used to smoke in the hospital. Dr. Pepper Cherry is good stuff. How's Frank Perdomo doing these days? Is Power by the Hour dropping anything new? I mean, yeah, you got to pay attention to their Instagram. They got a bunch of shit that's new right now, and Perdomo would just kind of highlight a couple little parts here and there. But if you go to their website, guys, it's all there, and their Instagram, it's all there. What's up, little man? You already went outside. You did it all, brother. You know, Alex got a girlfriend when the couch is organized. Hey. Well, no, that's not my only couch. My other couch is ready. Killer Instinct was the shit. Full Gore was the best in gold. I always played Full Gore in gold or Saberwolf or Chief Thunder. You can still get ashes in your food at Waffle House. Alex, Sponge Bath Splash on pay-per-view. Happy birthday. Vortex versus Paxton. I'm 5'11", 230. The tub won't fit me. Like, the tub will not fit me. My dick, balls, and most of my torso will be out of it. I don't have like a nice, deep tub. So I think her idea is not going to work. Oh, what's up? Where'd you get that? He just finds new toys. My couch pulls out, but I don't. Can you use a Boss 305 on a Gen 3 Coyote? Can you use a Boss 305 on a Gen 3 Coyote? You mean a Boss 302? Intake manifold? Yes, you can. It's tunes exactly like an AT manifold with the IMRCs locked open. Playing pool with the Black Album playing and Killer Instinct in the same room. Damn, I missed out. Hunter Walker. It was like a death metal bar with bikers in it, all white guys. Back when, white gangs were a thing, in Holyoke, Massachusetts, on Chestnut Street. Boy, is it still there? Shit. Let me see if it's still there. Fuck. Ivory Billiards. Holyoke. Motherfucker, it's still there. It's still there. It looks exactly like you think it looks, guys. Let me holy shit, dude. Ivory Billiards is still there. Look at this. Just to make sure that you guys don't think I'm full of shit. Look at that, bro. And guys, right here, guess what this is? A daycare center. Yep, this is a daycare center, and that was my first job I ever had, was a daycare center. Kind of a daycare center looks like that, right? But yeah, Ivory Billiards, you go in, and Killer Instinct was in the back corner right here behind this Bud Light sign, and over here we had Tekken, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. Bro, what a fucking badass arcade. I miss the shit out of that stuff. Happy birthday says Driven Lifestyle. Thank you. I would fuck up anyone in this chat on Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. Maybe, especially if you use someone like Bison. If you use Bison all the time, you'd fuck me up. Because my character, Ryu or Ken, I'm not as good as, what it requires to beat Bison is tough. But if you had like a Sagat or a charge character like Guile, I would fuck you up if you had Bison. Nothing like that in Boca and Orlando, but I know of exactly. My bad, 302 Reginald. Yeah, a 302 manifold can be used on a Gen 3. You just have to treat it as if it has a locked IMRC in terms of tuning. Happy birthday, sir, says Stanger. Some guy that refers to his car as Stang. Interesting. My first engine I ever built was in my room at 12. I was messing with it, fired it, and woke my mom up. That's badass, VCMD. That's good shit. I prefer the BBC intake. Boss Bill Bullet Cobra intake. Here we go. He starts talking all that shit. Akuma rule. The problem with Akuma, Anthony, is Akuma takes a lot of damage, but he has so many weapons that sometimes it's a good trade-off there. Vortec versus Paxton for under 700 horsepower, 18 plus GT. What supporting mods are needed? Both are fine. Both are fine. A V3 is going to be comparable to like I'm sorry, I think a V7 is comparable to a 2200 Paxton. Both of the 3.6 pulley will make big power, so you don't have to worry about it. Honestly, it could be a V7, a V3, or a 2200 Paxton, all with the 3.6 pulley. Will tune the same, act the same, drive the same, and either. It's all about how you want it to look under the hood. Ruben says Stanger has an intaker. And Anthony McGinnis says Ken and Ryu. Yes, I liked Ken, but the problem with Ken wasn't as strong as Ryu, and depending on which edition. Like Super Street Fighter 4, fucking Ryu was a fucking monster. Valve springs needed? Valve springs needed for what? For a boss intake? Is that what you said? Hey, Alex, I have a very happy birthday. Jeez, I can't read. And appreciate all you do for entertaining us, inform us, and vent to us. Feel better. 313 Mike M. Thank you, sir. So I was using an auto class as storage. I grew up in an engineering firm and a hot rod shop. Good for you. You must have a great bunch of knowledge, and you must love to tinker with shit all the time. I wish I grew up around that mindset. I grew up around trying to not get my shoes stolen going to high school. That was my whole upbringing. Like how to not get my shoes stolen today. And then baseball practice. I remember looking at my dad as my hero, and then as a drunk guy, tried fighting him, and he got the squabble work. And after that, my dad was Superman. Exactly. I like how at the age of 16 to 18, you think you could take your dad, and your dad with one hand slaps the fucking snot out your shit. And you're like, oh yeah, he's a man. I can't do shit. Chun-Li or Cammy? Chun-Li, her fucking thighs were sick. Cammy had a lot more moves, but Chun-Li was really tough to beat if you knew how to use her properly, especially if you could just stomp on someone's head nonstop. Just literally jump off the wall and stomp on someone's head the whole game. Have you ever remote tuned an Aussie Falcon? No, fuck no. Bye-bye. Next. I love you. Oh, he said, have you ever tuned a Aussie Falcon FPV GT with a Coyote Miami 1.9 Eaton blower? I'd rather tune diarrhea than what you just said there. I'd rather tune diarrhea, like wet, nasty. Where's diarrhea? Do I have diarrhea? I'd rather tune this. Then if that comes across my ticket system, I'll give it to Brandon. No, thank you. Appreciate that. He said, a Miami FPV Elemental P 1.9 Eaton blah, 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 blah. You mean 550 blazing horsepower? Get the fuck out of here. I love you. That thing is trash. Even in my dad's last days, he'd joke about whooping me and my siblings good times. I was the nerd on the bus talking forward heads, and on the bus home, the whole bus smelled like old oil. F1A Pro Charger on 3 Turbo. Look, on 3 Turbo is awesome if you want it to become part of the engine. For a 70 millimeter for a 302 Fox body, will be a 363 hopefully soon. Why don't you? I mean, shit, I would F1 Pro Charger, bro. You better get like the most billet of billet cranks on the planet. How would you rather tune that car or tune an AEM Infinity LS swap car? Could you imagine having to tune the idle on an LS Holly equipped LS car? No, thank you. I have a Camaro with a diarrhea swap. I'm listening. Alice, can you tune my stock Fox? No, thank you. Obviously, he's kidding. Excuse me, sir. Have you ever tuned an old man's asshole? Jesus. He literally outlined the worst setup I could. I'd rather tune a Terminator than that. Yeah, I said it, motherfuckers. I'd rather tune a Terminator than an FPV Miami Coyote with a 1.9. Oh my God. Sounds awful. They come from the factory with a 1.9 Eaton blower. Cool. It sounds awful. I'm so sorry. You guys, I know why you guys are locked down. You guys bought that piece of shit. Like Australians come here and start taking pictures of the Crown Vic cop cars or the taxis. Oh, look at that. Look at that fucking 2-valve V8. It's a Crown Vic, dude. No one cares. Oh, it's fucking sick. Look at this. What the fuck? My tuner has an F1A94 on LS2. His crank is going to bust. I mean, it depends on the crank. If it's like a Billy badass crank, probably not. Tune my indigestion system. I eat too many burritos. It doesn't come out the same no more. 890 with Anderson PMS. Oof. Hey, COVID's coming back, bitch. Exactly. Twisted in Georgia says, wow, I go to install my wife's new third brake light and miss the Street Fighter talk. I was a beast with Zangief. Oh, that motherfucker would grab you and twist you around and you'd be dead. And he could grab you from like the other side of the screen. Sometimes it wasn't fair. A guy at my local meat, Oh, shout out to Brandon. He's coming out of the closet today. A guy at my local meet compares the Marauder and the G8 or the SS. Brandon M, you're a brave soul coming out of the closet on this chat. Congrats to you. Congrats to you. Jesus Christ. Rami Zaidan in the house. How you doing, Rami? ¿Cómo está la cosa? Alex is going to buy a Turvy and start business with B Turvy. Stock let's do crank with the F1A 94. No idea. Happy birthday, bitch. L says Mr. 855. JPL Performer says, you can be such a dick. I love it. I eat too much beans. My wife says, I need a tune. I'm throwing my iPhone away. It's not your iPhone. It's what you input into the iPhone. He says, a guy at my local meet. Oh, wow. What a meet that must be, huh? No, thanks. Mr. 855 says, happy birthday, Bicho. Thank you, sir. I was a bastard with guile. 2 jabs and a suplex, rinse and repeat. Yep. And then you could actually suplex people or throw them in the air. Good shit. JVSTNN. Alex, I got my tune and the car feels like a dud. I put on the defilers when I got tuned for CEL and also have a P51. There is your Huckleberry. So your car's a dud and you have a P51. Why don't we do this, JVSTNN? Why don't we throw the stock airbox back in it, request a stock airbox tune, and see if it feels like a dud still? Because the only thing that'll change at that point is the cold air intake. And if magically it feels great again, bada bing, bada boom, you found the issue.
Bing bang.
It's not going to be the tune. The lady friend is going to give the old man a sponge bath. Oof, that's going to be a good time. That's going to be a good time. All this diet cock and butthole talk has me 99% out of the closet right now. My dad, like 47, he's still Triple H to me. So Hunter Walker, how old are you? 26, 25? Thoughts on pointing my asshole? I mean, ask Brandon. Apparently he's having local meets. Tony, he said he's having local meets. That means he gets fucked. Like at the Kroger parking lot. He gets fucked at the Kroger parking lot. Would you like to go to that kind of meet? He doesn't care. He looks like a crackhead, right? He's looking like a fucking crackhead. There we go. What was the car scene back in the Fox Body days? Pretty awesome. I'm going to be honest with you. You can look up old videos, old street racing videos on YouTube, like racing in the 90s. And there were guys just hanging out with their fucking Jordache fucking shorts, rolled up sleeves. And they would just be like, hey, you want to race? Sure. Okay. And then they go race. Then they come back, they go, nice race. Like, hey, nice race to you too. Would you like to do it again? Yeah, let me mod it over the weekend and I'll come back to you next week here. Okay, see you later. That's how it was. Now it's like, y'all, man, y'all finna do some bullshit. I'm a fucking fuck all y'all because I got money. I got money, man. I got money. Shit, I got Moen faucets, bro. I got Moen faucets, bro. What you got? Man, I got Gucci shades. Nothing about racing. I got money too. You ain't got money. Look at your Jordans. You look at the Jordans. Your Jordans are old. They're not even real Jordans, man. What the fuck? Excuse me. Are we racing or are we making fun of each other's lifestyle? My dad didn't go to the gym but built motors since his teens. And dude was dumb strong. Dad strength big time. Watching Alex's bath on his OnlyFans at the local meet, says Nate Rodriguez. Happy cake day. Don't let your bath water get cold. Homegirl is on it. Usted be local meats. Okay, meats, hunting deer with deer piss. Got it. Local meats importing assholes. Shit sounds like the porno my mom was in to make me. 180 on the dash. Man, I got 180 on the dash. You trying to slide? You finna slide? You finna slide? Hey man, you finna slide on 95. 180 on the dash. Took it massive. What you gonna do with this 180 on the dash, bro? Get up in them guts. Yeah, I'm gonna get up in them guts, and you have no idea. Man, I got Moen faucets, bro. What the fuck? That's what racing is now. Alex was beating racers off with both hands back in the day. Turning it around, saying welcome back to the channel. Got it. Let me get it out of here. We got a couple minutes left. Let me get out of here. I'm 5'11", 200 and still quite, and I'll still quite the squabble. One day I'll catch them slipping. Dad? Yeah, he's gonna come in a little too high. I gotta find the squabble clip and put it back on here. If you have to, what would you pick to drive? A new Supra or any Chevy? Chevy SS. Yeah, it's a nice car. Cammed Chevy SS with regular 20 something inch wheels. Burp, 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 just chilling. Black chrome tips. Fucking murdered out. Badass shit. Chopping with E85. Yeah. If I was to pick a Chevy. Because I'm not looking to race a Chevy. Fuck all that. Yeah, I deal with T-Bird SC guys all day, and they call there and they ask why it surges. I tell them to put the stock airbox back on, and problem fixed. The math is tuned for that airflow. Exactly. SS for the win. SS for the win. I love SSs. ME52 bapping up for 79mm pulley on Gen 1. Manual 2.3 TVS with pump gas. Yes. Color. That's exactly what I had in my black car for 2 years. It was awesome. JVT says, you're probably right. When I sent my first log to you, it said it was really bad. So there you go. But look, did we, you said it feels like a dud. Like, have you measured it against a stock cold air? And then we could see if there's an actual difference. Make sure there's no leaks. Because I remember someone sent me a log and it looked lean as fuck everywhere. And I'm like, how is this thing lean? You must have a big leak somewhere. Are you selling the Shelby this year? Look, if someone wants the Shelby, it can be gone. Give me $65,000. Get it out of my life. Get it out of my life. But I'm not going to advertise it, because every time I advertise something, you get people asking about it. And I lose my fucking patience with trying to answer their questions. Damn, I can dig the Chevy SS choice. Absolutely. I love SSs. To scouring the junkyard back in the day for 302 Explorer heads and intakes for the old Pushrod 302. Happy birthday, homie. Twisted in Georgia. Shout out to you, to the good old days where we used to go to the junkyard, have a good old time, make our cars marginally faster with Explorer parts, and it was a nice, simpler time. By the way, guys, that shit's coming back. That bullshit we used to do back in the day, it's coming back, because tuning as we know it eventually is going to go away. We all know that. There'll be black market shit for a very long time, but I think the good old days were 2020. That's it. 2011 to 2020 were the golden years of modern Mustang tuning and performance. Yeah, they'll go faster, but in terms of the vehicle that they used it in, like the new vehicles, you're going to have a harder time making them go fast. Darrell Washington says, I bought an 05, that's 197. About the Coyote swap, her coworker going to sail me his MT82. Will be getting a tune from Lund Racing. Very nice. Matt 2011 says, happy birthday, brother. Get out of here early and have a great evening. And Fords are phoning home. Carb generation will be back. Exactly. Cali going to be the first to ban junkyards. Bet me. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. He's right. I'm going to get out of here a little early. Little lady's hitting me up, and I got a lot of shit to do today. Mostly relax and get this dick tugged on most of the night. That's going to be most of my plans for the night. Thank you very much, and thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes and the donations. I really appreciate it. You guys did not have to go out of your way to give me that much money, but I will take it, and I appreciate everything you guys do for me. You keep me wanting to make shows. You keep me wanting to give you guys my opinion on modern car topics, or just Street Fighter, or shit talking, or whiskey, or which Chevy car would I drive. I appreciate that you guys give a fuck about anything I got to say. And here is to another year of this channel kicking everyone's ass and being different than any other fucking bullshit car channels that are out there on YouTube, just trying to get you money, trying to get you to do buy-ins and giveaways that require about $40,000 in purchases on t-shirts on their websites so that they can give away the car. Fuck those guys. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock. YDBT Dailies. Have a good night. See ya.